Hello, today we're going to talk about the Five Hindrances, which is one of the 5 ideas or dhammas which the Buddha called out for study in Mahasatipatthanasutta.
And how, because, does a brother, as to ideas, continue to consider ideas relating to the 5 hindrances? Herein, a brother, when within him is sensuous desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, flurry and worry, doubt, is aware of it, reflecting, I have this within me. Or again, when within him is no sensuous desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, flurry and worry, doubt, he is aware of this.
Let's go through these 5 hindrances one at a time. Sense desire. The Pali term here, kamachanda, literally, action desire, Sanskrit, karmachanda, is sometimes translated as sensual desire. However, this is perhaps somewhat misleading, as it holds the connotation of sexual desires, when actually desire for any manifestation of a physical nature, even the desire to see beautiful sunrises or sunsets, or to eat delicious foods, etc., is what is meant. So, sense desire, rather than sensual desire, is perhaps more to the point.
The following quote is from the 21st Sutta of the Digha Nikaya. Passion is a disease, passion is a cancer, passion is a dart, passion drags a man about by one rebirth and then another, so that he finds himself now up above, now down below. Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta 106, sensual pleasures are impermanent, hollow, false, deceptive, they are illusory, the prattle of fools. Samyutta Nikaya 35, because there are sense objects cognizable by the 6 senses that are desirable, lovely, agreeable, pleasing, sensually enticing, tantalizing. If a bhikkhu seeks delight in them, welcomes them, and remains holding to them, he is called a bhikkhu who has entered Mara's lair, who has come under Mara's control. Mara's snare has been fastened to him so that he is bound by the bondage of Mara, and the evil one can do with him as he wishes.
One cannot meditate if one is filled with desire for things of the world. Ill will. Ill will encompasses all things one dislikes, such as mosquito bites and getting caught in the cold rain, not just ill will toward other people. It is aversion to things which are not pleasurable, often things which we fear. Fear engenders hatred of that which is feared. Feelings of fear or hatred, states of mind, will prevent one from being able to meditate. Feelings like this need to be worked through and let go of. This process may take years. Meditating is like clearing out the dusty corners of your mind, a spring cleaning of the spirit. To counter ill will, one must wish well for everyone and everything. One must feel loving kindness and goodwill for every being in the universe.
The Buddha says in the Anguttara, loving kindness should be developed to abandon ill will.
Sloth and torpor, also described or translated as dullness and drowsiness.
In Samyutta Nikaya, the Buddha says, drowsiness, lethargy, lazy stretching, discontent, torpor after meals. When one dispels this with energy, the noble path is cleared.
The way to counter sloth is to get your energy going, to exert yourself. Several things are recommended to help this along. Avoid overeating, change postures when needed, attend to the perception of inner light, dwell out in the open, engage with good friends in suitable talk or meditation. Worry and regret, also referred to or translated as worry and flurry, restlessness and remorse, etc. Mind scattered to the winds, thinking of past and future instead of focused on the present moment.
Samyutta Nikaya, what is the denourishment that prevents unarisen restlessness and remorse from arising and arisen restlessness and remorse from increasing and expanding? There is, because, peacefulness of mind.
In other words, calm the mind by concentration, gain tranquility, peace. Doubt, one might doubt oneself, or the Buddha, or the Dhamma as it has been passed down to us. I would simply say, provisionally trust the Buddha, study his Dhamma, and your doubts will evaporate.
Samyutta Nikaya, what is the denourishment that prevents unarisen doubt from arising and arisen doubt from increasing and expanding? There are, because, wholesome and unwholesome states, blamable and blameless states, inferior and superior states, dark and bright states with their counterparts. Frequently giving careful attention to them is the denourishment of doubt.
Thus ends our lesson on the 5 hindrances. Next time we will tackle the 6 sense bases and the 5 aggregates or components of existence. Please drop a like or a comment, subscribe for more content on original Buddhism.